The beautiful cherry tomato. They are one of the easiest tomato plant varieties to grow, making them a perfect choice for beginner gardeners like myself. I'm still relatively new to gardening. I've only been gardening for a few years, and one thing that I've learned about cherry tomatoes is that they are delicious on pizza and they are very prolific producers. Do you know that while red tomatoes have more fiber and vitamin C, yellow tomatoes have double the amount of iron and zinc? I thought that that was pretty interesting when I was looking up the health benefits of tomatoes. Cherry tomatoes are a powerhouse of micronutrients. They are an incredible source of vitamin A, C, and E, as well as B vitamin folate. They also contain ample reserves of mineral like calcium, manganese, and phosphorus, plus potassium. Since I started growing these yellow pears, I will always grow these because they are not only very prolific, they are always the last one standing in my garden. And on all my garden tours that I've done, no matter how bad my plants were doing, these yellow pears always was just hung on to the very end. I mean, I will always grow these. The yellow pears are so sweet and delicious too. I also always grow these so that I can put them in my tomato sauces, and this year I haven't even started doing and canning up any of my tomatoes yet. I've been busy doing other things, so I gotta get to that. But the yellow pears, the orange tomatoes are like, and the Gardener's Delight are the best cherry tomatoes to add to sauces. I have found in my experience anyway. Now, not only did I go through and dehydrate a lot of my cherry tomatoes for snacking, I thought that I did a lot, and actually I did, but these make like the perfect snack. Next year, I'm going to make sure that I dehydrate a whole lot more. This was the first year that I started saving a lot of my cherry tomatoes in the freezer so that I could just pop a bag out and make a quick sauce for dinner or lunch or whatever. These make the perfect sauce, and you don't have to put a whole lot of ingredients in this to make this exceptionally delicious. I can't really describe how good it feels to know that a lot of the food that we eat today is the food that we have either raised or grown on our farm. Like, we grew all of our tomatoes here, our onions, our garlic. We feel very blessed and fortunate to be able to grow a lot of the stuff that we do grow and raise a lot of the food as well. The satisfaction and fulfillment it gives us is very hard to describe to non-gardeners, I should say. I can easily talk for hours with a fellow gardener about how this or that is doing, or share some of the frustrations of what is not working out for me as I had planned. I think I will always grow something, because being able to walk out into our garden and harvest the produce you grew for yourself is rewarding. I think that it was one of the best life choices that me and my husband made, was to become gardeners and farmers. Now, getting back to dehydrating my cherry tomatoes, I have ran into a bit of a problem, and I'm not sure, because I have done a little bit of research on it, and it says that it's like impossible to over dehydrate a tomato. Well, I think that I have been over dehydrating them because I can't seem to get them to rehydrate when I put them in water. I mean, I got some to rehydrate a little bit after, I think it was like an hour and a half went by, but I don't think that it should take that long to rehydrate a dehydrated tomato. So according to Google, you're supposed to be able to rehydrate your dried tomatoes in about 10 to 15 minutes. And you can either soak them in some boiling water or just put them in regular water until they're soft and pliable. Now I've done both and I have not been able to get mine softened up. And I really don't really understand why. It's getting kind of frustrating. I don't know if anybody has any tips for me, let me know. I'd be most appreciative. I haven't had this problem with the large slicers that I've grown and dehydrated. These turn out fine. These are actually really good and they rehydrate really well too. So I'm thinking that maybe it's just a cherry tomato thing. I don't know. Now, another thing that I do is I save all of my tomato scraps, like my tomato skins, my tomato seeds, all that, and also my pepper skins, pepper seeds, all that. I dehydrate them and I make my own seasonings with it. And I make tomato powder and I make pepper powder, and then in turn I create other powders, other seasonings with those. And you can add them to, and to make like your taco seasonings and all different types of seasonings, just to add as a flavor enhancer, really. And you can make even soup out of your dehydrated tomato scraps. I mean, there's many things that you can use your tomato and pepper scraps for. So don't throw these out. So I just thought that I would share with everybody what I have learned so far about the tomatoes, the wonderful tomato, and some of the things that you can use your tomatoes for. From freezing, dehydrating, eating fresh, or making powders, making sauces, making salsas, the tomato is so versatile. You could do so many things with this plant. If not grow anything else in a garden, grow the beautiful tomato plant that you have so many different uses for. And I'd like to say thank you so much for coming and visiting our channel. And if you haven't already, please like, share, and subscribe. We would greatly appreciate it. Thank you all and have a very blessed day.